proviene información sobre la inmigración. Tenemos a bastante expertos aquí y ellos se van a estar introduciendo. Empezamos con Carlos aquí.
My name is Carlos Gomez. I'm President and CEO of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Greater Kansas City.
Hola. Hi, my name is Ava Santiago. Sorry to translate. Es Carlos Gómez, el presidente de la Cámara Hispana de Kansas City.
Do you want me to say anything else?
Okay.
Oh, just let's go about the organization. The organization, we are a business organization representing almost 500 primarily Hispanic-owned businesses throughout the metro. And we also are a 501c6, so we do lobby on behalf of the Hispanic community and the Hispanic business community. And we're actually in Washington, D.C. next week for 3 days on Capitol Hill.
El negocio está hablando un poco de la Cámara Hispana. La Cámara Hispana es una asociación de negocio que representa como 500 negocios aquí en Kansas City. Es una organización fines de lucro y la semana que viene van a estar en Washington, D.C.
Buenos dias. I'm Jessica Piedra. I'm an immigration attorney focusing mostly on low-income families. Member of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for a long time, and happy to be here with you with the Latinos of Tomorrow today. So I'll just say it in Spanish real quick, my introduction. Anyway, so soy Jessica Piedra. I guess no son buenos días, buenas tardes ya. Bueno, y qué placer estar con ustedes hoy, que soy abogada de inmigración, enfocando en familias de bajos recursos. También miembro de la Cámara de Comercio Hispana y mucho apoyo a los latinos de tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Ginevra Alberti. I am an immigration attorney also. I work for The Clinic. We are a nonprofit here in Kansas City. No, you go. Okay. And I do only removal defense. We represent low-income individuals and families only in removal defense, so I'm in the immigration court a lot. And I'm happy to answer questions after we're done. But also, if you have questions, I don't know if someone else is going to say this, but if you have questions during the presentation about what we're talking about, feel free to jump in and ask questions then. But if you have questions that are kind of personal about your own situation, hold those till the end, okay? And thank you for having us.
Ok, mi nombre es Ginevra Alberti, soy abogada de inmigración y trabaja por una organización que se llama La Clínica, que también es una organización de fines de lucro. Si ustedes tienen preguntas durante esta junta, por favor, se debe sentir cómodo. Si tienes una pregunta, nada más tiene que alzar la mano y preguntar en vez de esperar, pero si su pregunta es un poco personal y no quiere que sea tan público, puedes esperar hasta el fin de la junta y en confianza, por favor, pregunta todo lo que necesitan. Okay. Hola, hola. My name is Ava Santiago. I work for the Kansas City, Missouri School District. I am an interpreter. I'm also a former police officer. I work for Jessica Piedra part-time. So I have a little bit of knowledge between, immigration, law enforcement. Mi nombre es Eva Santiago. Soy miembro de la Cámara Hispana. También era policía aquí en Kansas City, Missouri. Trabajo también para Jessica Piedra como intérprete y también trabajo con las escuelas públicas aquí en Kansas City.
And might I add, you're a former head of Latinos of Tomorrow and a board member of the Hispanic Chamber.
También estaba en la junta directiva aquí de la Cámara Hispana y también está bien activa, es como una Cámara Hispana para juventudes también. Thanks,
All right. Okay, so we'll get started with the substitute. Okay. So we're going to start with DACA. That's kind of the most relevant for this group, I think. The good news is there have not been any changes to DACA at this point. The candidates all promised to cancel it immediately upon taking power, so we are happy that that's not happened yet. It still could happen, unfortunately. We did see the memo. We're going to talk more about that. What did happen last week, that everything else was canceled that was kind of good in immigration law, except for DACA. There is a memo out there that, or an executive order that would cancel DACA, but it's not yet been signed. And it sort of helps us know what might happen. They might change it, but what it says right now is if it were to be canceled, the folks could keep their cards. There would not be a looking for everybody to try to get them back. And so that is something that is good news. Sorry, that was a lot.
And that's when I got it. Okay. So vamos a empezar con DACA. Ya cuando llegó el nuevo presidente había dicho que iba a cancelar DACA, pero él no ha hecho eso. La semana pasada dijeron que lo iban a cancelar, no lo cancelaron. Hay una orden ejecutiva ahora que dice que quizás lo van a cancelar, pero todavía no lo han cancelado. Ahora lo que dicen es que los participantes de DACA todavía tienen sus tarjetas y they can still keep the card.
If it's canceled.
Yeah, and this is just a draft.
Sí,
It's not,
sí.
hasn't been signed.
Y aunque si lo cancelan todavía, los participantes de DACA todavía pueden aguantar sus tarjetas de DACA. Pero esto es una propuesta, no es todavía ley.
And so that gives us some time, right, to work something else out, hopefully, if that does happen. We don't know when or if it will happen, if it will be canceled, but if they get to keep the cards, then that's another 2 years at least to be able to do something else.
So if it's time to renew your DACA, do it now.
Yeah,
So esto como propuesta lo que hace es que nos da tiempo a planear y planificar. No sabemos todavía lo que va a pasar, pero si algo pasa, por lo menos por 2 años se pueden mantener sus tarjetas de DACA. Y si piensas que tienes que renovar su tarjeta de DACA, es bien importante renovarla lo más pronto posible.
So as an organization, immigration's on the top of our list. So that's one of the reasons we go every year to Washington, D.C., and we invite our members. So we will be in D.C. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. On Thursday, we will be meeting with top administrative officials with the Trump administration. The president may show up. It is a Hispanic business conservative event. He is actually friends with the organizer, who is actually a native Kansas Cityan. And from what we are hearing, we've been on several conference calls. Again, we don't know what's going to happen, but from what we are hearing, there's so many other priorities that DACA is not on the top of the list as far as the president wanting to eliminate it. Again, it's only what we are hearing, because that's one of the questions we are asking with our friends that are in the administration. We actually have 2 friends that are on Donald Trump's transition team, both Latinos, and that's Hector Barreto Jr., who is originally from Independence, Missouri, and Jerry Natividad out of Denver, Colorado.
La semana que viene, el presidente de la Cámara Hispana, Carlos Gómez, él va a ir a Washington, D.C. a hablar. Son unas juntas sobre inmigración y va a hablar, no se sabe si el presidente sí va a estar ahí, pero van a hablar sobre inmigración y es una junta conservativa hispana. Y hay un señor, él se llama Héctor Barreto, él es de Kansas City y es un líder hispano, él va a estar ahí también. Jerry Natividad también, él es de Denver, va a estar ahí y eso va a ser la semana que viene, es martes, miércoles y jueves va a ser cuando la Cámara Hispana vas a estar hablando con la administración del presidente.
Yeah. So the other thing that gives me hope about DACA is if it were to be canceled, the Congress has started talking about a replacement, and that they would take the rules that are currently under the president's executive order and make them the law. And so that's probably another thing, that's another option, that it's been introduced in the Congress, they need to vote on it, and the president would need to sign it, but it would replace DACA if it was canceled just as a presidential program.
Le da esperanza, aunque si Hay rumores que dicen que la DACA se va a cancelar. Si se cancela, el Congreso puede reemplazar DACA con otro programa. El Congreso tendría que presentarlo y el presidente tendría que votar sí, pero si cancelan DACA siempre va a haber otra alternativa, pero tendría que el Congreso presentar algo y tendría que el presidente también estar de acuerdo.
Yeah, so like Ginevra said, our advice now is to renew if your DACA expires anytime really in 2017, even towards the end, because we don't know when that executive order might be signed. So renew now. And for the first time in my office, and a lot of folks are starting to do first-time applications again because of these new hope. I had not been doing that for the last 2 or 3 months. But it's going to be very important that you talk to an attorney about that. And any criminal, oh, sorry, let me just go ahead and say that.
Okay. El aviso que tenemos ahora es siempre, y todos los abogados le van a decir lo mismo, es que hay que renovar la DACA lo más pronto posible, porque no sabemos lo que va a pasar. La abogada Jessica también está tomando nuevas aplicaciones, y si tienes que hacer una nueva aplicación, es bien importante tomar sugerencias y aviso de una abogada de inmigración.
Yeah, because we're seeing, unfortunately, DACA students being detained. There's, been, I'm sure you're following the news on the folks that should not be detained because they have DACA, but a couple of them, they're saying there was some kind of criminal activity. It's just going to be very important to be as careful, to be very careful.
Ahora estamos viendo que estudiantes de DACA están siendo detenidos por los oficiales, y puede ser, dependiendo, porque dicen que si están haciendo cosas contra la ley, cosas criminales, ¿verdad? Si sienten que están haciendo eso, los estudiantes de DACA van a ser detenidos por los oficiales.
Pueden ser.
Pueden
no, I
ser.
mean, that's what, we're luchando, right? Okay, yes.
Can you go back one step and tell us what DACA is and who can apply for that? Or, like you're saying, a renew, first time, what are the ages or?
So, yeah, jump in if I can.
Okay, all right, well, okay, go ahead, whatever. Yeah, just quickly, DACA, sorry, this is your expertise, she's got the expertise on the deportation. So, DACA, quickly, is for childhood arrivals. It's deferred action for childhood arrivals. Folks that came before they were 15 to the U.S., still before June 15th, 2007. Let's see.
They had to arrive before 2007.
They had to have arrived in the U.S. before that date. They have to be a student or have graduated from, either they're currently in high school or they're in a GED program. So that's something people, older folks can enroll in a GED program and become eligible as students, or have graduated from high school. Those are the student eligibilities. And then they can't have serious criminal thing. So like traffic tickets is not the thing, but anything that's involving an arrest, they need to definitely see an attorney to make sure that they're eligible.
So President Obama signed it in his second term as an executive order.
Sorry.
Can I jump in? Okay. So están preguntando qué exactamente es DACA. DACA es para los niños que han llegado aquí antes de 15 años, antes de junio 15 de 2007. Tiene que ser estudiante o estar actualmente en la escuela o tomando un programa de GED, o si se han graduado, o graduado de la high school, pero también si tienes historia criminal, ¿verdad? No puedes ser elegible por DACA, pero quizás no puede, ¿verdad? Pero eso no incluye esos de tráfico. Esas multas de tráfico, eso no incluye cosas criminales. Sí, ajá, porque puede ser cuando vamos a poner, si eres de DACA y te arrestan, no necesariamente dice que eres culpable, ¿verdad? Que si eres estudiante de DACA y no estás seguro y te arrestan, lo que tienes que hacer es no estar en duda, lo que tienes que hacer es llamar a un abogado, ellos te dirán.
And real quick, President Obama signed it in the second term. Now, mind you, executive orders are not, they didn't go through Congress, so it's a way for the president, any president, to pass some policy or direction, but it's not permanent. It could be, as quickly as it's signed, it could be.
El presidente Obama fue quien aprobó DACA y es una orden ejecutiva que no tiene, eso no tiene que no tiene que ser aprobado del Congreso, ¿verdad? Es una forma donde un presidente puede pasar nuevas leyes, pero al igual que un presidente puede pasar ese programa de DACA, así mismo que puede venir otro presidente y cancelarlo.
There's a couple of other things too for DACA. You have to show that you were physically present in the United States on June 15, 2012. That's the date that the executive order was signed. And you also cannot have been over 31. It's over 31, right?
Yeah.
You cannot have been over 31 years old on that date, on June 15, 2012.
Y algunas de las, a veces es un poco complicado, ¿verdad? Pero también tienes que probar que estaba físicamente aquí en este país el día que se aprobó DACA. Y ese día fue junio 15, 2012. Y también tienes que probar que no tenía más de 31 años ese mismo día.
And also on that date, it prove that you haven't left the country.
Since then, yeah.
So you haven't.
Yeah, she's 21, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, no, we used too much.
That's
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to be here also like 5 years before that day?
Yeah, you have to be here since June 15th, 2007. So you can have brief absences. People had visas, sometimes went home to visit grandparents for the summer, like that might be okay. Again, for any initial application, I would talk to an attorney about that, but those are the general guidelines, that you haven't been here.
Por eso es bien importante, porque estas fechas, y hay diferentes números y diferentes edades, que puede ser complicado, pero las fechas son estar aquí junio 15, 2007, y probar, y después de junio 15, 2007, estar aquí. Y también puede, después de esta fecha, y después probar que estabas aquí en este país físicamente junio 15. Ahora, entre esas fechas te podrías ir de vacaciones y salir, ¿verdad? Pero tienes que probar que llegaste hasta aquí antes de junio 15, 2007 y que estabas aquí junio 15, 2012. Y si eso es, a veces, tú sabes, esos números son complicados y por eso es importante hablar con los abogados.
And make sure it's actually a lawyer, because the problem is with DACA, a lot of people started showing up saying, hey, I can get you DACA, and they speak Spanish, and so they convince people that they know what they're doing. But if they're not a lawyer, be careful, because they really may not know what they're doing. And I would also encourage you to make sure you actually see an immigration lawyer or somebody who at least has a lot of experience with DACA. Because unfortunately, a lot of people just have used this as an excuse to make money without really knowing what they're doing.
Ya en estos tiempos, ¿verdad?, que hay necesidad, especialmente necesidad de información para los latinos. Puede ser que alguien te diga, oye, sé muchas cosas de DACA, yo te voy a ayudar, dame tu dinero y ya verás que vamos a aprobar tu DACA. Pero si alguien no es abogado, no le debes dar tu dinero. A veces los notarios quieren, y no estoy diciendo que están, tú sabes, de mala forma, pero los notarios no son abogados. Los notarios no saben todo lo que un abogado, y esas cosas son tan serias, ¿verdad?, que si estás interesado, necesitas más información, es bien importante que contrates un abogado, no un notario, no un amigo, no alguien que has dicho DACA o del primo de la tía, ¿verdad? Tiene que ser un abogado.
And then quickly to renew, really the only thing that would prevent a renewal is new criminal problems. Any contact with police really get a opinion from a lawyer, especially now, it's even more serious. Or if you've left without advance parole,